जानते हैं कि एजुकेशन सेक्टर में टीचिंग के अलावा भी बहुत सारी जॉब्स हैं। क्या आपको टीचिंग में इंटरेस्ट है और टीचिंग में सक्सेसफुल होने के लिए कौन सी स्किल्स ज़रूरी हैं? अगर आप अपने आप से ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं तो ये सेशन आपके लिए है। हेलो एंड वेलकम टू सच होंगे सपने। सच होंगे सपने में आपका स्वागत है। सच होंगे सपने एक वेब सीरीज है जो यूएनडीपी इंडिया और हेड हेल्ड हाई फाउंडेशन हम यूथ के लिए लेकर आए हैं। इस वेब सीरीज में यूथ और अलग अलग करियर एक्सपर्ट्स एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर आकर यूथ करियर्स, एजुकेशन और सॉफ्ट स्किल्स और यूथ को दिलचस्पी देने वाली अलग अलग बातों पर बातचीत करते हैं। तो आज का हमारा टॉपिक है एजुकेशन। एजुकेशन सेक्टर एक बहुत बड़ा और इंडिया का बहुत पुराना सेक्टर है। टीचर्स, मिनिस्ट्रीज, हायर एजुकेशन, कॉलेजेस, ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स, एजुकेशन सेक्टर में बहुत सारे अलग अलग रोल्स, अलग अलग चीज़ें और अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं। इंडिया का एजुकेशन सेक्टर पिछले कुछ सालों में बहुत ज़्यादा बदला भी है। हाल ही में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी भी निकाली है जिसके तहत बहुत सारे चेंजेस होने वाले हैं हमारे एजुकेशन सेक्टर में। तो ऐसे में अगर हमें एजुकेशन सेक्टर में करियर बनाना है और जॉब्स लेनी है तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए, क्या रोल्स हैं और इस समय पर एजुकेशन सेक्टर को किस तरीके के युवाओं की ज़रूरत है, आज के एक्सपर्ट के साथ जानते हैं। तो हमारे आज की एक्सपर्ट हैं मिसेस वासवी भरतराम। वासवी मैम एक एजुकेशन लीडर हैं जो पिछले बहुत सारे सालों से एजुकेशन सेक्टर में यंग बच्चों के साथ काम कर रही हैं। वासवी मैम द श्रीराम स्कूल्स की जॉइंट वाइस चेयरपर्सन हैं और लेडी श्रीराम कॉलेज जैसे अलग अलग प्रेस्टिजियस एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस के बोर्ड पर बैठती हैं। वासवी मैम नॉन प्रॉफिट्स में भी बहुत ज़्यादा पैशन रखती हैं और सेव द चिल्ड्रन और कैफ इंडिया जैसे नॉन प्रॉफिट्स के बोर्ड पे भी वासवी मैम एक डिसीजन मेकर हैं। वासवी मैम बच्चों को लेकर के और एजुकेशन को लेकर के बहुत ही ज़्यादा पैशनेट हैं और उन्होंने एजुकेशन स्पेस में बहुत सारे अलग अलग रिफॉर्म्स और बहुत सारे अलग अलग इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ें करी हैं। वेलकम वासवी मैम।
Thank you, Richa. And thank you so much for inviting me. I am so excited to be here. Very grateful to UNDP India, Head Held High Foundation and the Labhya Foundation for inviting me and giving me a chance to interact with so many young people today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, ma'am. So ma'am, let's straight jump into the questions. आपने इतने सालों से एजुकेशन सेक्टर में काम किया है, आप एक लीडर रही हैं and now you're leading so many schools. What do you think when you entered the space you should have known? ऐसी कौन कौन सी चीजें थी जो आपको लगता है कि काश मुझे पता होती जब मैं एजुकेशन सेक्टर में आई थी?
Okay, so I entered this sector without a lot of planning. It's quite a funny story because it happened quite organically. My mother-in-law started the Shriram School. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Manju Bharatram, she started the Shriram Schools in 1988, and she had been running it and had brought it to where it was. And after I had both my daughters, and my younger one had started going to play school, she invited me to join her, and it sort of just happened. And every single thing that I have actually learned has been on the job under her guidance, and I haven't had any formal training or planning to get into this sector. But I just have to say that I think it was probably the biggest gift that she could have given me, because I absolutely love what I do. So that's how I entered. But I think maybe the three things that I think that people should know before they enter into anything to do with education it is to actually work with children. To see their faces, their curious eyes, expression and body language when they are engaged, when they're excelling at something they love to do. It's an absolute pleasure. And I think most teachers, that is the reason why they end up sticking in this, because it's that joy that they see. The other thing that I feel is very important that people should know is that apart from, of course, your subject knowledge, the three most important attributes that I feel any teacher should have is empathy, a happy, smiling disposition, and a love for learning themselves. It's very important for every teacher to be a lifelong learner so that they can keep upgrading their skills. And the third point that I want to make is that teaching is serious business these days. It is not just a profession with convenient timings where you can come with your children to school and go with your children to school and have those holidays. You are expected to research, you are expected to be abreast with what's happening, to be innovative and creative in your classrooms. These days, classrooms are very inclusive. You have children of all backgrounds, of all economic statuses, of different learning abilities, and the teacher has to be able to do justice to all of them. And also, you are also expected to be a guide and a mentor and a friend to your teacher. So you also are looking at their emotional well-being. So teaching is not an easy business and nobody should enter it lightly.
Thank you so much for sharing such important insights, ma'am. So, ma'am, as a young person who's wanting to enter the sector, कोई अगर young person आज एक कोई युवा इस education sector में घुसना चाहते हैं, enter करना चाहते हैं और excel करना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए कौन-कौन सी चीजें हैं जो उनको अभी सोचनी पड़ेंगी, करनी पड़ेंगी? What are some questions that they should be asking themselves before entering the education space?
I think सबसे जरूरी है कि you should know your purpose. आप किस लिए इसमें आ रहे हैं? And it could be whatever. I mean, you need to be honest to yourself. It could be you want to be a teacher because आप एक subject को love करते हैं and you want to build a career around that. It could be that you have a passion of working with the youth, or it could be convenient timings. But जो भी है, you should be very clear and honest with yourself, and you should understand that first. I would say if you're interested in this, you should, अगर possible हो, you should try and volunteer in some schools, and they could be all types of schools. It could be regular K to 12 schools, it could be a special needs school, it could be working with a school run by a foundation, but at least आपको idea लगेगा कि whether you enjoy this or not. And the third thing I would highly recommend is some sort of formal teacher training. I feel उसमें पता चल जाता है अगर you like it, you don't like it. There's a lot of theory, pedagogy. They teach you all kinds of things like building lesson plans. And if it's a good teacher training program, usme definitely there will be some elements of in-classroom experience. So these are all things that will help you to understand if this is the right line for you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think just picking up from there, बहुत सारे education space में challenges आते हैं जिनके बारे में हमें कभी पता नहीं होता या हमारा एक perception बन जाता है education के बारे में. जैसे कि आपने बोला teaching सिर्फ एक कम time देने वाली job नहीं है. There's much more to it, and there are many more roles in the education space. So, what are some challenges that people might face in the education space?
So, if we take COVID, of course, there's so many challenges. But I have to say that the teachers, the leaders, everybody has really risen to the occasion and tried to create a wholesome learning environment for the students. So let's not talk about COVID so much, because I think that is, hopefully, it will pass. Tough times pass, but tough people last. So, we hope that, that will be over. So generally, a couple of challenges in the education sector is that there is a great dearth of good leadership and also of good teachers. And, this is a problem across the board. You can, whichever kind of school you look at, everybody is struggling with finding the right teachers, finding the right leadership, because those are the ones who are actually the backbone of any school. It's not the bricks and mortar and your fields and your labs, it's your teachers. I'm very happy to see that the new education policy has put a lot of focus on teacher training. And, they have made it a 4-year program. They've given a lot of focus on it. They're encouraging a lot of colleges to offer teacher training. In fact, they're asking all colleges to offer teacher training. So hopefully this will create a larger bank. And and also I feel that there should be leadership programs, education leadership programs, which is not a big focus area right now. The second biggest challenge is it's too expensive now to set up a school. Land is so expensive. I really do believe that the government should give subsidy for schools and colleges and hospitals, because in a country like ours, you can build as many and they still won't be enough. But if the land is so many crores, it doesn't absolutely, it just makes it almost impossible to set up more schools. So I feel there should be some subsidy. Of course, there has to be, there should be some autonomy also given to schools to function the way they want, but in a framework and in a structure. Nobody's saying that there should be no framework, but there should be a little bit more flexibility. And the third thing is that I feel, at least, maybe in government schools and all, there's a lot of lack of accountability of teachers, and maybe not adequate infrastructure. Like, like even something as basic as girls' toilets. Things like that, they prevent girls from coming to school because, it just makes it difficult for them. So those are the three areas that I feel are big challenges.
Thank you so much, ma'am. तो वासी मैम, एजुकेशन स्पेस में सिर्फ टीचिंग एक करियर नहीं है, बहुत सारे अलग अलग रोल्स होते हैं जो बहुत सारे अलग अलग क्वालिफिकेशंस की यूथ अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, स्पेशली कोविड के टाइम में। तो आपको क्या लगता है एजुकेशन में और क्या क्या रोल्स हैं जो हम एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं?
ये करंट पैंडेमिक ने पूरी दुनिया को बेसिकली हिला के रख दिया है, एंड लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैव चेंज, एंड हमारा सोचने का तरीका ही चेंज हो गया है, इसमें. एंड देयर वर मेनी जॉब्स दैट वर ऑलरेडी देयर, बट देयर इज बिकम अ greater focus on some of them right now. So the first one would be behavioral counselors. Counselors who can help with people to deal with their social emotional issues basically, because हम सब घर पे बैठे हैं 5 महीने से, कोई नॉर्मल इंटरेक्शन नहीं हो रहा. बच्चे स्कूल जाते थे, they would study, but they would also interact with their friends. They were learning good social behavior. टीचर्स के लिए भी एक आउटलेट था, वो अपना घर छोड़ के जाते थे, अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ मिलते थे, they would brainstorm together. So things have changed. Parents also, it's difficult. Families are also finding it difficult. So behavioral counselors, there is a very, very big demand for that right now. Anybody who has anything to do with ICT, that's a big job area these days, because आप सब जानते हैं सब चीज ICT पे हो रही है. Zoom has become a verb for us now. It's literally, everything is happening on Zoom. Everything is happening on this platform or similar platform. So anything to do with technology or support functions of technology is a big job area these days. ESL teachers, English as a second language. That's another area where, आपको पता है, RT के accordingly 25% of the school is the economically weaker section. And they were studying in the school with their peers. Of course, they needed extra support, and the teachers were reaching out उनको extra मदद करने के लिए. अब ये जो 5 महीने वो घर पे बैठे हैं, and उनको कांटेक्ट नहीं हुआ है, खाली Zoom से या अपने मोबाइल फोन से, whatever, there will be a gap in their learning. And since इंग्लिश पढ़ाई का माध्यम है, अगर इंग्लिश वीक हो तो हर एक चीज में प्रॉब्लम होगी. तो ESL teachers will be in demand. Cyber security, anybody who's working in cyber security, because हम सब चीज अब IT पे कर रहे हैं, but उसको safe and secure रखना भी बहुत जरूरी है, नहीं तो there can be a lot of data problems. Admin department, jobs in the admin department, because the admin people are going to have a little bit more of a difficult time now. उनको social distancing करनी पड़ेगी, उनको sanitization करना पड़ेगा. So schools may have to actually employ more people in the administrative team than they have had to so far. Artificial intelligence, another big area. More and more it's going to be used in the teaching learning process. Trainers, trainers in education, they would have to go from school to school, they would travel. Now, sitting in their own homes, they can reach out to multiple schools, multiple countries. It's an area which is booming. Online academies, children are now learning everything online. From Kathak to piano to yoga to, you name it. Okay, everything is happening online. So online academy is a big business, which is now this thing. Distance learning, people who are engaged in distance learning. There's a huge upward trend in that. And actually anybody who has anything to do with gadgets, anybody who's fixing gadgets, selling gadgets, anything, that's another area which is really booming, because COVID has literally changed our lives.
Wow, those are a lot of different and interesting roles. बहुत सारे interesting roles हैं, and thank you so much ये clarify करने के लिए कि teaching is not the only purpose and the only role in education. So thank you for that. मैम, my next question to you is आज हमारे साथ बहुत सारे युवा जुड़े हुए हैं, बहुत सारे young female leaders जुड़े हुए हैं और persons with disability जुड़े हुए हैं. How is education practicing inclusion, या inclusion इस sector में किस तरीके से practice हो रहा है, और हम कैसे ensure कर सकते हैं और कर रहे हैं कि no one is being left behind?
So first I'd like to talk about gender. This is actually a profession where there is the gender balance is skewed in favor of women. So if you see many more women teachers than men. If you see in play schools, it's, I would say, almost 100% all women teachers. Even in primary school, junior school, it would be mostly women teachers. I would say sports teachers, or these kind of teachers would be men. Senior school, of course, there are many more teachers, and in universities also there are more teachers. But the gender balance is definitely skewed towards women. Most of the leadership is also women, just because the leadership usually rises from within the school, and so policies, etc., are quite women friendly when they are within the schools. Learning disability is a big area, and there is a lot more happening in that field. In the NEP also, they have laid a lot of stress on vocational training now. I would say for at least for Sri Ram School, we have we were one of the first schools in Delhi who started a special needs department. And now we've made it integrated, where the children who have special needs are sitting within the classroom. So they are part of the class. They are sitting with their peers. They have teachers sitting with them to help them and to guide them, to give them extra assistance. If at all they really need it, they will go to them for little extra care, but they feel like they're part of the regular classroom, which is very important for their development. We also offer the NIOS, which is the National Indian Open School. So if a child is finding it difficult to transact a ICSE or a CBSE curriculum, this is a curriculum that has been made so they give more time, there may be less subjects, and they help you to transact that particular curriculum. At the end of it, you still have a school leaving certificate. So we are offering all those things, and I think that is helping. And also now looking at vocational training, schools are also going to be looking at offering those for children who really cannot study any further, but then they can work on building a skill that can help them in the future. Education actually varies from state to state, but there are certain practices, which the central government has put in, which is like the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas. These are tasked with finding talented children in rural areas, and it's a residential school facility. So they, they come, they stay, they study, and it's from, they take care of them till class 12. Another one is this Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, which was also introduced by Government of India under Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. And it is to offer educational facilities to girls belonging to scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other backward classes, and those who just cannot afford it. So there are schemes like this that can be accessed and help making the education sector more inclusive.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम. बहुत सारी स्कीम्स हैं हमारे यूथ के लिए आज, और बहुत सारे गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने और आपके स्कूल ने प्रोविजंस बनाए हैं दैट टू इंश्योर दैट नो वन इज लेफ्ट बिहाइंड. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शेयरिंग दैट. मैम, एजुकेशन स्पेस और एजुकेशन सेक्टर के अराउंड काफ़ी गलत फहमियाँ हैं हमारे यूथ को, और मुझे भी, क्योंकि मैं एजुकेशन स्पेस को इतना नहीं जानती हूँ, और मुझे हमेशा से लगता था कि सिर्फ टीचिंग ही एक लाइन होती है और बाकी सब रोल्स के बारे में मुझे मालूम नहीं था. तो ऐसी कोई मिथ है जो आप बस्ट करना चाहते हैं, ऐसी कोई गलतफहमी जो आज आप हमारे यूथ के लिए दूर करना चाहते हो?
I think one that I feel very strongly about actually is that junior school teaching and junior school teachers are somehow considered to be less important. Okay, everybody is aspiring to teach higher classes, and but I very strongly feel that the junior school teachers are laying the foundation. They are laying the building blocks on which higher education is built. That is where a child builds self-esteem. That is where a child develops a love for maths or a hate for maths, for instance. So I really believe that this myth that everybody is aspiring to become a senior school teacher, and also unfortunately the salaries are slightly different, but I really feel that this is one myth that needs to be busted. The junior school teachers are working even harder because they are almost like parents to their class. They need to be given the same importance, and also we have been lobbying that they should be given the same salaries. There should be no difference because they really lay the foundation. The other myth is that earlier teaching was not considered a very well-paying job, but now with the regular DA increases, with the pay commissions coming in, I think it is a very decently paying job and something which you can happily build your career on. And there are of course possibilities of growth within. You can start as a teacher, you can build yourself to become a academic coordinator, a head of a department, taking care of one of the other functions, which could be like the head of sports, or all the various categories that a school may have. Every school has different categories. You could build yourself up to be a vice principal and then a principal. So there is a growth trajectory that you can see for yourself.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। और मैम ऐसे कौन से प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं या कौन से जगह हैं जहाँ पर हमारे यूथ जाकर एजुकेशन सेक्टर में जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं उनके बारे में और जान सकते हैं, इफ दे आर इंटरेस्टेड इन बिकमिंग टीचर्स और एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स इन द एजुकेशन स्पेस, ऐसी कौन कौन सी जगह हैं जो वो देख सकते हैं?
So, youth from the cities, youth from the villages, for everybody, the platforms are very much the same, and everybody has equal opportunity. Everybody can access them. So vacancies for private schools, for instance, can be checked on portals like Naukri.com, etc., LinkedIn. There are also recruitment consultants that you can reach out to, and careers, there is a careers option under the school website. So if you can also get into school websites, do your own research and get into the career option, and they will then have listed down what are the vacancies that they have in various spaces. For government schools, you can look at job sites like ingovjobs.in or freshgovjobs.in. There are websites like this. They also have notifications for post of government teachers. And the vacancies are also displayed in Delhi Subordinate Services Selection Board. And the qualifications that you typically require, regardless of where you're from, is you need to have finished your undergraduate, typically. And then post that, you'd have to do a B.Ed. And the B.Ed could be in person, or the B.Ed could be an online program. But I would definitely recommend in-person teacher training program over online. Or if you do not have that option and you do an online, then you must get some experience within the classroom. And at this point, I can talk about one of the teacher training programs that we have set up, and that was because again we could not find the kind of talent that we were looking for. And so we said, what do we do? So we said, let's work backwards. And with all our learnings and that we have had over the last 30 years at Sri Ram School, we said, what is it that we want a teacher to enter our portals with? And we combine all that. We created a 6-month training program, which has pedagogy, which has hands-on practices, it has teaching learning materials, and in service in various schools. And so that is just one example. There are many others that you can look at. And also to get more information on the B.Ed, you can look at websites like, Shiksha, which is www.shiksha.com. And there's another one called collegedunya.com, apart from many others. So there's a lot of, the internet is the school these days. There's a lot of research you can do and come up and see what is the program that works best for your needs.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। शिक्षा.com, अलग अलग प्लेटफॉर्म्स, 3EP प्रोग्राम, आई एम श्योर आज हमारे साथ जो यूथ जुड़े हुए हैं वो इन सब चीज़ों को अपने साथ लेकर जा रहे हैं, एंड दे विल लुक अप ऑल ऑफ दीज वेबसाइट्स एंड अंडरस्टैंड हाउ दे कैन प्लान देयर जर्नी
And I'm
अहेड।
sure, Richa, with the NEP coming in, there will be many, many more options now.
Yes, definitely. I think hopefully in the next year we will also see more jobs, more teachers coming into schools as the policy gets recommended. Thank you so much, Basi ma'am. आज हमारे youth को इतनी insightful conversation के साथ invite करने के लिए, इतना सब बताने के लिए, कोई last advice या कोई last बात जो आज आप हमारे youth के साथ share करना चाहेंगे?
I just want to say that, if you do decide, अगर आप सोचते हैं कि आप education के space में काम करना चाहेंगे, please remember, it's not a profession, it's a privilege. I think it's really a privilege. You are working with young minds, teaching, molding, nurturing, inspiring generations of India's children. India's future is in your hands. So please think of it as a privilege. And whatever you choose to do, even if it is not this, whatever you choose to do, choose carefully. Choose what you want to do, not what anybody else is telling you to do. Follow your own passion. But then, whatever you decide to be the very best at it. Give it your heart and soul. And to be successful in this world, I really do believe that you have to follow your passion, not a paycheck. Because as they said in Three Idiots, if you follow your passion, the paycheck will anyway follow. And if you do that, I'm very confident कि सच होंगे आपके सारे सपने. So I wish you all the very best. Go out there, find your purpose, and make a difference. And thank you for inviting me to speak to you.
I'm योगिता मदान. मैं चंद्रपुर महाराष्ट्र में रहती हूँ. बेसिकली आई एम अ सिविल इंजीनियर, बट मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट पढ़ाने में है. मैंने अपना टीचिंग करियर जब मैं 10th स्टैंडर्ड में थी तब से शुरू किया था विथ 2 स्टूडेंट्स, एंड नाउ आई एम अ फेमस टीचर ऑफ मैथ्स. मुझे मैथ्स में पहले से ही इंटरेस्ट है और मेरा पहले से था कि जैसा मेरा मैथ्स है वैसे मैं किसी और का कर सकूँ, उनको उतना नॉलेज दे सकूँ. तो मैंने ट्यूशन्स लेना स्टार्ट किया और आज मैं मैथ्स में काफ़ी फेमस हूँ. मीन्स मैथ्स में मेरे पास जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं उन सबको मैं कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल देती हूँ. मैथ्स फोबिया है अगर किसी को, उनके कंसेप्ट्स क्लियर करके उनका कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ट अप करती हूँ. तो मेरा मेन मोटो यही है कि जो सब्जेक्ट का आपको फोबिया है उससे आप बाहर निकलो. और आज मुझे 6 साल हो रहे हैं पढ़ाते हुए और आज मैं इतनी कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ कि अगर किसी के पेरेंट्स आए मेरे पास ट्यूशन लगाने तो आई कैन कॉन्फिडेंटली से कि नहीं, मैं इसको पढ़ा दूँगी, मैं इसका क्लियर कर दूँगी. तो आई थिंक टीचिंग करियर में ये सबसे बड़ी बात है, कॉन्फिडेंस लाना. आप में कॉन्फिडेंस होगा तो आप अपने स्टूडेंट्स को कॉन्फिडेंस दे सकोगे. तो आई थिंक ये सबसे अच्छी बात है. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू सो मच हमारे साथ आज जुड़ने के लिए. And thank you so much, Basti ma'am, for giving us all of this interesting and useful information. अब आपकी चैट पर एक लिंक आ रहा होगा. उस लिंक पर जब आप क्लिक करेंगे तो एक गूगल फॉर्म खुलेगा. उस फॉर्म में आप अपने कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स और बासी मैम के लिए या हमारे बाकी के करियर एक्सपर्ट्स के लिए कोई भी सवाल हो तो वो पूछ सकते हैं और वो फॉर्म सबमिट कर सकते हैं. जैसे ही हमारे पास आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन आएगी हमारे करियर एक्सपर्ट्स आप तक पहुंचेंगे. अगर आपके करियर को लेकर या एजुकेशन को लेकर आपके कोई डर हैं या कोई एप्रीहेंशंस हैं तो वो भी आप इस फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं और हमारे करियर एक्सपर्ट्स आपको 1-on-1 पर्सनलाइज सपोर्ट देंगे. और हाँ, इस वीडियो के नीचे देखना ना भूलें, आज बासी मैम ने हमें बहुत सारे इंटरेस्टिंग लिंक्स और प्लेटफॉर्म्स के बारे में बताया है, बहुत सारे कोर्सेज के बारे में बताया है. उन सभी चीज़ों के लिंक्स, उन प्लेटफॉर्म्स कहाँ कहाँ पर हैं, वो सब कुछ हमारे वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में है, तो उसे देखना ना भूलें. और आपको जो भी इंटरेस्टिंग लगा और यूज़फुल लगा उसको बिल्कुल पढ़ें. और अगर आपके कुछ सवाल हैं तो फिर से हमारे गूगल फॉर्म में लिखिए और हमारे करियर गाइड से पूछिए. अब मिलेंगे सच होंगे सपने के अगले एपिसोड पर. थैंक यू.